Good day, everybody. This is Sweet as Honey, and we are here at Real VR Fishing. Today, I have tips on how to catch four, yes, four of the rare fish on the U.S. West. They are in your fresh water and be generally found between maps 1 and 15. So let's go ahead and jump into which fish that it is that we are going to be talking about. So go in here, you uncheck those marks. Habitats, we're going to be unchecking those. And we're only going to be talking about that. The ones that we are going to be looking at is your bull trout, your Apache trout, your razorback sucker, and the ever forever lovely one, the devil's hole pupfish. Now, the devil hole pupfish, however, I'm not going to go to US West to find him. You know why? I have a secret spot that I really like to find him in. And everybody can find him, even if you don't have US West. You can go to the free sites, US Free, right here, and he can be found in map number 4. This is where I generally like to find him. Okay, everybody, so we are over here at the devil pupfish. I prefer to come to map number S4 to do this. He's usually found in the US West maps 1 through 5. I do believe you can generally find him in 1 through 4. He's a little bit more of those over there in the US West, but I find him easier here to catch. What you want to do is you want to get a grasshopper on. I know it sounds crazy. Get a grasshopper on, and you will reset. He is a very tiny redfish. No matter what you do, no matter how you look for it, he will always be red on any bait that you use, all 3 levels. So as you look around here, you can see there's like a green one on top of the water, but I have this one little red one sitting right down here. If I toggle to the left, if I toggle to the right, he still stays red. So what I'm going to do now is go with the dough ball, because I'm going to turn all the fish around him red, or anything I can that's not going to attract to him. Because he is red, the issue that we're now going to have is him taking the bait. Now, and it's like trying to feed a child broccoli that doesn't want to eat broccoli. You're going to have to tempt him the best way you can. Put that butter, that cheese, everything on it you can to get that fish to take your bait. And just like that, in comes your devil's hole pupfish.
Good to see you.
We have good to see you with you guys. If you ever get a chance to fish with him, please do. He is amazing, very uplifting, and very positive. All right, we will
I
be moving
appreciate
on
that.
to
Thank you.
you're welcome. We'll be moving on to our next location, and then let's see if he is going to play nice with me today. So again, let's reiterate that. On the Whopper Plopper and Popper.
Now you're looking for him red. What else are you looking for? Like what?
He's a very large fish. So he'll stand
Large-ish?
out when you see him. You cannot deny him. Right. So yellow on the shiner and crawfish. Red on popper and whopper plopper. He is a good sized fish too, so. And I hope when I explain these that I make a lot of sense and not confuse people with the baits. So tell me if I'm like, whoa, confusing.
Well, no, I'll tell you. I understand it completely that with the crawfish you're gonna see it red. I'm trying to go more for like you said where I see everything red out there. I have a
Mm-hmm.
few yellows, but and you're
Yeah,
saying he's gonna be a lot bigger. You're gonna notice his actual size.
right. So on the
I'm
crawfish,
gonna.
he's going to be yellow on crawfish, but everything else will be red. So
Oh,
shiner,
yellow.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. So he'll be on the crawfish, he will be yellow, and the shiner he'll be yellow, while everything else is red, right? But then if you go to
Yeah,
the popper and the whopper plopper, he's going to appear red on that, while everything else in the area is more of a color. That's how I try
I
to
got you.
decipher them right. See, like I've already got one now in my area that immediately, and these come very abundantly. They show up a lot quicker and easier. So personally, I think if somebody was looking for it, um, just to make it stand out a lot brighter, I think crawfish would be the best way to go because everything in the water is red and it's going to be the only yellow fish, basically big fish on the bottom. See how
But
everything
definitely
goes?
crawfish is the way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crawfish is definitely the way to use it. It's going to make it way easier to find him. With the float fishing, don't do it like you did your lure, right?
Yeah.
Or have you learned
No.
how to snap back? You haven't learned how to snap back yet, have you?
No. Yeah, I do know how to snap back. Yes. But I would definitely like if you would like to say and teach me how to. I would love to hear that.
No,
I
no, no.
was I
Have you
was asking.
used? You've learned how to take your joystick and pull it back towards you to bring your line back to you quickly.
Yeah, like where you keep. Isn't it you just pull the joystick back and then it should just come back to you, correct?
Right, right. Gotcha. All right. There you go. I wanted to make sure. I know you're new, so I didn't know if you
Yeah,
knew that
I am new.
technique.
That's absolutely correct. I appreciate it.
You're more advanced than a lot of the other people that we fish with. So,
Well, I'll be honest with you, is that for me, I came in, like 6 or 7 days ago, and I met the right people that taught me. They knew what they've been doing, like yourself and Bubby, and then we had good old David, and they've really taught me a lot. So
okay, now in this section here, I'm in map number 6. In here, you do have two rares. One is the Apache trout that's found on the bottom, and the one is the razorback trout. Now, it's razorback sucker. Both of these can be found using the crawfish. All right, they're going to appear yellow. Now, mind you, you need to avoid a very, very tiny yellow one. That very tiny yellow one is going to be the roach. However, the Apache trout's been giving me some problems in this room. So if it doesn't appear, we have another location. So on top of the water, we're looking for a small to medium size oblong looking fish. And we're looking for one in the middle to bottom. Now, if they show middle to bottom, it can still be that razorback sucker as well. So, again, right here, immediately on the bottom, I have that Apache trout. And that is making me super, super duper happy because that means I don't have to go nowhere else to go find him. So, go ahead and drop it down. Put some bacon drippings on there. And let's see, we can go ahead and pull him in, and he decided to play nicely today. Fingers crossed it is the Apache and not the Razorback. There we go, the Apache.
There it is. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Now then, what we're going to do is go ahead and reset again. And we're going to look for that yellow fish on top of the water. Right there on top of the water. Boom, bam, body slam. That is what I'm talking about. That makes it for a good day. You know, when you do that, good to see you, it reminds me of, I have a song I'll have to share with you later. It's called, and all my friends here on YouTube, look it up. It's called Nice Fish.
Okay.
Out by the, I do believe, Outlaws, I think, sings it. I'm not for sure, but it's called Nice Fish. And it's one of them songs talking about when you go fishing and when you pull in your fish and everybody goes, oh, nice fish, right? It is
Yep.
such a funny song. So we started seeing when people start hanging out with me, we always say, oh, nice fish.
Oh, that's funny. Yep. Yeah, that good to see you. It's just it was an introduction and I loved it.
Oh,
So
look at this.
I thought, yeah.
It pulled me
There we
another
go.
Apache, though, but that's not what
Apache.
we're looking for. We want a Razorback sucker. So that's what happens. Here it's going to give me nothing but Apaches now when I want that Razorback. So just keep resetting. As you can see, everything on the crawfish is red. So it's going to be super duper easy. Right there. Oh, right on top of the water. Can be nothing but.
He is not on top of the water.
Cannot be nothing but a Razorback now.
Sometimes you have to shuffle around through these, though, folks. You really do.
That's it. And that's why I'm saying that, unfortunately, with rares, yes, you can catch them, especially these in here in this water. You can come in here and be in expert mode and catch these really super duper easy. However, especially on the crankbaits. Crankbaits will pull both the Razorback sucker and the Apache trout in expert mode in here. I will tell you that. I fish here often, but they are rares, so it's not going to be like everyday common. I've gotten pretty lucky on that Apache trout in here. He doesn't always show up like that. So, see, look, the red's coming and not even that yellow. Let me have to go.
And you're saying that yellow is going to actually be on the top.
He's more. He can be even in the middle. While ago was getting him in the middle, so he can be middle or top, either or. And that's the one thing between, if you're trying to figure out between the Apache and the Razorback, then that's when you have to start going into the process of elimination of which likes what better to decipher. Let me go. Oh, that's not good. Let me see if you will take a popper. Since he's on top of the water. Yep, he likes the popper. Good deal. The one way you can definitely tell the difference between in normal mode when you actually hook them is, you know where it shows the red on the right side of the meter? You're going to have more red on the Razorback sucker because he's a much bigger fish than the Apache trout.
Oh, okay.
And we have the Razorback sucker. Alright. And then we will be moving on here in it. Actually, no, we have now caught all of our fish for you guys. So therefore, that would be all 4 of your fish. Now, if you have problems with the Apache trout, there are number 5 map. I would suggest going there if you can't catch it here. He's easy peasy over there. Use the same technique, crawfish, and he'll be the yellow one on the bottom there as well. All right, so just remember crawfish for Razorback sucker and the Apache trout. And you want to go ahead and do crawfish for the bull trout. He will always be yellow. And then the blue devil pupfish, it doesn't matter what you do, he will always be a redfish no matter what bait you use. All right, you guys, my name is Sweet as Honey. Keep it
Good to
sweet
see
as
you.
possible and good to see you. It's always with us too. Have a great one.